Hello, my name is Cece Whitfield. I come from the great state of Texas, which I'm very honored and privileged to live in, and I support my state 100%. I am here today to put some information out on YouTube. There is a great growing concern in regards to our country being torn apart by divisiveness of instilling fear, bigotry, hate, and discontentment with the enfranchisement of voters. We've got a lot of elections that they are still counting the votes. And it should be over with by now, right? We had November the 6th. Everybody went to go vote. I know I did. And it should be over with by now, right? But it's not. We are looking at several runoff elections that may occur. We have tremendously too many lawsuits in regards to the electoral process and what ballots were left to be calculated for each candidate in each state. And it's still all up in the air. There is no outcome, no winner or no loser at this time. The purpose for me to stop by and just wanting to talk to any organization out there that is involved in having an open discussion regarding the division of our country. Now, I told you that I'm a proud Texan. I am. I'm also a veteran. I served my country and did so honorably. I love my country, very much so. The United States has always been a great nation, and it hurts me to know that we are becoming so divided based on parties, and that we are becoming so isolated based on executive branch's choices. We, as a nation, I believe that we need to come together and have a conversation regarding our health care, guns, mental illness, school shootings, homosexual and LGBTQ community hate crimes. The list goes on and on. Over the past year, hate crimes and crimes against people in general, they rose 17% within the past 2 years. And it's getting worse. I guess what it comes down to is this. I believe that if we as a country, if we as individuals will set aside our party differences, set aside the ideal of that one party needs to be in power and to control all three branches of the government at its consistent time. And just think about the people who are here in this country, the people that are citizens of this country, that have worked very, very hard to have what they have and to be where they are in their lives. Now, I'm a baby boomer. And everybody's got this Generation X, you've got the snowflakes, and you got Generation this and that. I said that because I'm one of those people that thinks, that believes, that it doesn't matter what color you are, what religion you are, what party you belong to. I believe that we as a country, if we come together, men, women, children, our nation, together, if we come together, we can overcome any division, any hatred, and anything that will prevent us from prospering as a country. To date, we are isolated from the world. Every hour of every day, we become more isolated from the world. I've traveled all around the world in the military, and I've met all kind of people. But there's one thing that this Southern girl just would not let go of. When I meet someone, I give them the respect that they are due. And I, in turn, expect the same thing. However, in today's society, that is null and void. People don't respect each other. They come out the box on any little tiny thing. And because we are now living in an environment where fear and hatred is being displayed over and over as an accepted behavior, we're having so many issues. We have neighbors that don't talk to each other anymore. We have family members that don't talk to each other anymore. We have people at our jobs that we cannot talk to anymore. All because of party affiliation. And that's sad. That means we're divided along party lines and we cannot do anything bipartisan. We don't have to do it this way. We don't. I believe that we can come together and set our differences aside. We have never been a nation of fear. And yet, fear is our main thing today. But we've never been a nation of fear. We've always been a nation of power. We set the tone for what happens in the world. We do not sit on the sidelines and just watch the rest of the world go riding by. We set the tone. This is the great United States of America. And in it being the United States of America, I believe that there is nothing we cannot overcome. We have gone through a very arduous history to get to where we are now. Let us not go backwards and go back and try to repeat the things that we failed at over and over again. Let us start anew. We need to hold our legislators, our president, and our judicial branch accountable for the decisions that they make. And we must stand up and fight for everyone's right to have health care that is affordable, to be able to have a roof over their head, be able to feed their children, put clothes on their backs, and be able to have a job that is guaranteed that they're going to go to work the next day so they can pay their bills. We don't need to be in a position where people like you and me, we're paying over amount of taxation, while people in the 5% bracket are having an indefinite tax cut. We, the people of this great country, have control over this issue. We are getting sidelined by rhetoric, hatred, fear, nonpartisan decisions, and we are paying the price for it. Those people that we now have in Washington, I mean every last one of them, even the ones that did not run during this midterm election, even them. We put them in Washington, D.C. They work for us. We don't tally to them. They work for us. Therefore, we should be able to have a health care bill. We should be able to have peace of mind that if you go into your local Walmart, there won't be a mass shooting in your Walmart. Or if your child attends a school, there won't be another child walking through the door with a gun, killing children because, oh, they had a mental illness problem. And that's another thing, mental illness. They're not even addressing that. So now, I want to put this to you. You know what we need to do? It's time for them to go to work. They're getting ready now to close the doors and go home for Thanksgiving. Next is going to be Christmas. And some of us are still going to be just barely making it. They say that the job market is just wonderful and everybody's employed. I would say yes, I agree with that. The majority of people are employed. But they're employed and underemployed, not being paid the value of their labors. and they're not being paid the value of their labor so that they can take care of their families, which creates other things that are on the government to take up the slack. Okay. So I'm putting this to you. Let's stop the hate. Stop the fear. Stop the just mind-boggling, I'm not going to call it that. Just silliness. Not even silliness. It's just craziness. It's craziness. It's just noise that is occurring behind all of these events that we need to take care of, like healthcare, like secure jobs, like a higher minimum wage, safety in our homes, in our jobs, and in our schools for everyone. Not just one party, not just one race. We are all U.S. citizens. And therefore, I ask for you to stand up, be counted. Let's get this right so that we as a nation can take care of everybody. No one needs to be excluded. No one should be over another person because we all are U.S. citizens. And we deserve that. We deserve people in Washington that are not going to be making noise while they're slipping and sliding and doing other things. We deserve to have leaders that are going to actually go to work. When they go to Washington and they enter their offices and they enter these different meetings or different committees, they need to stop taking appointments with special interest groups and start taking care of the people of their states. Our position should not be taken lightly by the three branches of the government. We have the power to get rid of anyone that is not doing their job. And we've seen a lot of that during the midterm election. So, I ask you, with all due respect, step up, be counted, be proactive, without fear and without hatred. Let's take care of all of us. I thank you for letting me talk to you today. And I hope that God will continue to bless you and keep you, your families, and everything that encompasses your life. Remember, we are all U.S. citizens. Make a country great again. We've always been a great country. We're just getting sidetracked. God bless you all. And I thank you for allowing me to talk with you today. Goodbye.